JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and good morning everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Espresso with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 26th of October 2021. So yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday's morning session where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, review the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, as always, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So you have to check us out here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then, let's kick it off with Nikkei 225 as usual. So basically, you're seeing this is where I warned you yesterday, guys, about this little break here below this 28,581. Now, what I said previously, if you remember, that if we drop below it and stay below it, then yes, we could consider maybe a bit of a decline here. However, yesterday we drifted below that hurdle, but we actually didn't stay below it, and we actually drifted back up. And well, this is the result we got today. We saw a nice little climb higher. We saw a little gap here to the upside, and we continued to the gap didn't even fill up, and we continued to push higher. However, this is where the big however comes in. We need to be very careful for now because we do have this still. We have this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 14th of September. And if you're looking for some upside, well, first of all, a break of it needs to happen. Second, let me get rid of this upside line, no longer needed. And second, of course, just to be a little bit careful and cautious. Maybe a push above that 29,489 zone right here, marked by the current highest point of October, would be needed. And then, yes, of course, we could take it from there. This would confirm a forthcoming higher high, and potentially more buyers could join in. So keep that in mind. For the downside, as I said before, I'll kind of stick to the same probably idea, where I would like to see a stronger, good move build back below this 28,581 zone, and I would like to see the daily close below it as well, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. Shanghai Composite, so this one, yep, continues to balance above this upside line taken from the low of the 28th of July, but is struggling with this barrier here, right here. As I mentioned before, I'm keeping an eye on it, and yep, you can see exactly why I'm keeping an eye on it, because although today we had a bit of a pop above it, this 3,615 zone, but still the index got pushed back below it, but still remains above this upside line. So basically we're a little bit in a pickle here, yeah, we're waiting for that kind of a bit of a more clear move, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. And this is exactly what I keep saying, because when we got that pop, yes, everything looked quite positive, more buyers started jumping in, but as you can see, the bears still took control and pushed the index back below this hurdle. And yeah, we're kind of back in this little territory, which, to be honest, I mean, although it still kind of looks positive, still doesn't really work well for us in this situation. Hong Kong Seng Index, if you remember, I talked about this little range, so we're still stuck in it. So basically nothing much has changed here, because I'm still kind of keeping an eye on this little short-term range. In order to kind of, let's say, consider the next short-term directional move, yeah, we need to see a breakthrough either of the sides, either the upside here or the lower side of this little range. So in terms of levels for the upside, what I'm keeping an eye on here is the 26,230 zone. For the downside, the 25,840 territory, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. But we're not going to really drag them way too much, let's say, in the direction of the break. Because let's say even if it drops here below this lower side, we do have the 21-day EMA, which, as you can see, recently kind of acted as a nice area of support, so maybe it could do the same job again this time. But again, let's not rush into anything. Let's see how this is going to play out. But yeah, guys, for now, it is how it is, and we need to wait. German index DAX. So this one's a little bit more positive than the Hang Seng index, but or the Shanghai's composite. Long story short, again, if you remember, I kept talking about that 15,600 zone, which, as you can see, continues to somehow provide resistance. Well, I mean, that just kind of course, puts more pressure on it. I mean, it keeps on getting tested, so maybe we could get a break. But actually, let me just have a look at the cash index. Maybe there are some developments there. Okay, so we have managed to pop above it. We're currently trading above that 15,600 zone, so that's quite good here for the bulls. Let's see if the index can remain above it. If it can, then yes, we'll continue slowly targeting the area right here near the 15,700 zone, or we could then start aiming for that 15,792 territory marked by the high of the 17th of December, and then of course we could take it from there. For now, like I said, everything's still looking a little bit more on the positive side for this one. So yeah, let's see if it can continue pushing north. For now, I'm going to be aiming exactly towards that, especially if the index remains above that 15,600 zone. NASDAQ 100. So unlike the S&P and the Dow, I mean, which closed, or I would say hit new all-time highs, the NASDAQ 100 is a little bit of a laggard. However, it's still in the right direction, moving in the right direction, I would say, in the right direction for the bulls, of course. Yeah, we're just kind of trading above this little short-term tentative upside line taken from the low, the 4th of October. So, I mean, and also we can see that this hurdle here, the 15,357 territory marked near the highs of the 24th and 23rd and 24th of September, is doing its job and providing some sort of support. The cash index continues to rally. I mean, we're currently sitting at around 15,587 zone. So yep, we're nicely above this area right here, above this this barrier here. As you can see, this 15,554 level did its job yesterday, and it did act as a good area of resistance. But you can see on the cash index that we have already overcome that one already. So so now kind of it's obvious that we're going to be aiming for that all-time high, the current all-time high near the 15,701 zone, and then we'll just have to take it from there. If it breaks that, then yes, wonderful, good news for the buyers. More of them could maybe join in here. However, let's again, let's see how all this is going to play out. Let's go slowly, step by step, and we'll reevaluate everything again if we do reach that barrier, and then yeah, like I said, we'll take it from there. Jumping into DXY, so yep, another index, but the dollar index, and yeah, look at this one. I mean, yesterday initially it looked a little bit more on the negative side. However, everything changed quickly during the day, and yep, we pushed above this downside line, this tentative downside resistance line, which can get rid of actually, and focus mainly on this little hurdle right here, this 93.88 level, the one that I kept talking about, and we pushed nicely above it. So but we pushed initially above it, but we then quickly drifted back down. Today we're seeing that there's a little hold up near this hurdle, so yep, let's continue monitoring that. But if we kind of remain above this 93.88 zone, then well, I'll slowly start aiming higher. Of course, I'll go step by step on this one. The next target is the high of yesterday, nearly 93.96, and then yeah, slowly, if it continues to grind higher above these levels, then my next target is the high of the 18th of October, nearly 94.17. But again, like I said, let's go slowly on this one. Let's see if this level is not gonna act as a strong resistance, and basically is not gonna. Let's see if the bears are not gonna pick it up here and drag this one lower again. Then in that case, we'll just have ourselves a nice little range here for a while. But again, let's see how this is going to play out. For now, I'm kind of leaning slightly to the upside here, but again, I would like to see maybe a stronger move here to the upside first. Gold. So gold is quite positive, I would say. Yes, I mean, we overcame yesterday finally that psychological 1800 level. We stayed above it. Today we drifted back down, but that area did provide support, the psychological 1800 level. So for now, I would say if we continue to trade above that 1800 level, then yes, I'll aim for some higher levels. My next target will be this the high of the highest point of September, near the 1834 level, and then we'll just take it from there. WTI oil. So very interesting developments here. So we managed to push nicely here to the upside. We managed to reach that 84 zone, and we kind of this 84.10 level. Just let me remind you what that level is. So this 84 is the lowest point of November of 2012. So if previously that level acted as a nice area of support, now it's taking the role of resistance somehow, as you can see here. So yep, we did receive a little bit of a hold up here. So can we drift back down? Well, sure, of course. A lot of traders, probably a lot of bears, are kind of already hoping for that. But at the moment, guys, we need to be very careful. Every time, let's say, for example, if we examine last week's trading activity, every time we saw a kind of a potential move, possibility for a move lower, it quickly changed course and kind of pushed higher again. So same story here. For example, I would say that if it continues to trade below this 84.10 zone, then yeah, maybe we could see a bit of a retracement. However, if it pop above that 84.10 territory, then yes, this could open the door towards higher levels again. Now, Ethereum here is quite interesting as well. So yeah, look at this. I mean, on the 21st of October, we did shoot up higher. I would say that we didn't really reach the all-time high. We just fell shy by a few points from doing that, and yep, we drifted back down, so we corrected back down. However, as you can see, this short-term tentative upside support line taken from the low of the 29th of September did continues to do its job, and yep, continues to provide support. So for now, I mean, this idea is working out. So we saw that retracement, so we saw that already this upside line. So last time when I talked about it, I said that yep, we could see a bit of a retracement here, and yep, this is what happened. Now we're seeing that rebound. Can we get another strong move higher? Well, I mean, for now, I would say that as long as it stays above this upside line, then yes, there is a good chance for seeing that move higher. But if somehow it breaks this upside line, and then, well, if it then falls somewhere, let me just adjust this, somewhere below this little hurdle, this 3,969, or let's round it up, maybe 70. If we drop below that, then maybe this is where it could become a little bit more interesting for a few more sellers, guys, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. Now jumping into a few pairs. So quick update. I'm not going to spend too much time on this one, but I've mentioned this. Well, I kept on mentioning this one for the past kind of few videos, during the past few videos. Yeah, so we're having a nice little rebound, so everything's working according to the plan here. We're having this nice rebound from this area, pushing higher. We did already kind of come close already twice to test this 1.0496 territory. So yeah, let's see how it's going to play out now, because what I mentioned to you before, if you remember, that depending on how this is going to hold, for example, if this area holds, or maybe this 100-day EMA provides resistance, if either of those, or should I say, if this whole area somehow continues to provide resistance, then another slide could be possible, and then we could get ourselves a nice little maybe head and shoulders pattern. But again, this is, like I said, this is me getting ahead of myself a little bit. Let's see if that's actually going to happen. But even if that's going to be the case, if we see that rejection somewhere around here and then we drop lower, then still we would need to see a break of the so-called neckline, which kind of is roughly somewhere around here, to be honest. It's not an exact line, but roughly around here, near this 1.0418 level. And then yeah, if we get a break below that, then certainly yes, this could open the door towards a larger move lower. USDJPY very quickly on this one, so far so good. This upside line continues to provide support. However, if you remember, I talked about this one, and actually I said that I would rather maybe wait for a push above this barrier right here, this 114.54 level, which is the let me just adjust this, I think 55, I think it's more, just, yeah, bear with me, yeah, there we go. So this level right here, that's the highest point of October of 2018. So we did overshoot that level, of course, this October, but we didn't really stay above it. So I would like to see that daily candle kind of pushing, and the body of the daily candle staying above this barrier, and then yes, we could consider maybe higher levels, but be very careful. Let me just adjust a few of these levels. I'm going to grab this one, reuse the line, recycle the line, always recycle, guys. Yep, yeah, so here you can see that basically I've marked this a low of the low of last week, and a nice good drop below it may, yep, open the door towards some lower level sizes, guys. So for now, like I said, although I'm cautiously bullish on this one, I'm still prefer to wait for a push above that 114.55 level. Quick update on USDCHF. So a reversal back up here, and yeah, we're back above the 200-day EMA. Yesterday I talked about this one, and I said that if we stay below this 200-day EMA, then yes, we could see a further move lower. But as you can see, yes, initially we were kind of trading below it, but then this reversal helped push the pair back up, and now it's going to be a little bit of a tricky one. So we need to now forget about this rising wedge pattern. What's done is done. Now we can consider this little short-term tentative downside resistance line taken from the high of the 30th of September. Even if we push a little bit further north here, we will keep an eye on this downside line. If it provides some sort of a hold up here, another slide could be possible. I'll mark the current lowest point of October near the 0.9150. Look at this beautiful number here. So yep, this is what provided a good hold up. So let's keep an eye on this one. GBPUSD quick update. So yep, finally we're having a break here. So we're breaking this medium-term upside support line taken from the low of the 7th of January. And yep, as I said before, yep, if it stays below that hurdle, then further declines are possible, guys. So this is going to be a pretty straightforward one. Like I said, it's finally getting out of this little squeeze. So yeah, let's see if it can move further south, especially if, like I said, if it stays below this upside line, then yes, lower levels could be met. A quick update on GBPUSD. Again, also not going to spend too much time on this one because I talked about it yesterday, and I actually for the past kind of few videos as well, in the past few videos as well. But basically, yeah, we need to see that break here below this 1.9174 level in order to get a little bit more comfortable with further decline. So far, we're just kind of flirting with this area. Can we get a break? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. For now, I'm not rushing into anything because this could easily reverse back up. And also, if you have, of course, you know these scenarios. I mean, when we get a false breakout, initially it shows that it's willing to travel lower, but then by the end of the day, it actually drifts back up. The body of the daily candle stays above this breakout, above the breakout point, and kind of, yeah, it then reverses in the opposite direction. It goes in the opposite direction. So yeah, keep that in mind. But for now, long story short, I'm keeping an eye on this hurdle right here. GBPUSD. So this is where I need to adjust a few things here. So first of all, this downside line taken from the high of the 1st of June. So we talked about this one already previously. We need to get rid of it because they kind of got violated, and now we're just sticking to these two lines here. One of the levels that I'm going to keep an eye on here as well is this 1.3835 zone marked by the current highest point of October, yeah, so if you're looking for some upside, well, a break of it and a break of this downside line, well, actually the break of this downside line could come automatically, but yeah, a break of this barrier here may attract a few more buyers because such a move here would confirm a forthcoming higher high. So far the pair is still holding up above this upside line, but if it starts dropping below Friday's low here near the 1.3736, this of course would automatically mean a break of this upside line, the short-term one, and then yes, we could consider further declines, guys, so keep that in mind. Euro NZD, very quickly on this one, similar working in a similar fashion here with the GBP NZD as well. So, but I haven't looked at this one for quite a while, but let me just refresh the chart here. So yeah, there we go. First of all, the most important is that we fell below the lowest point of February, which was also the previous lowest point of 2021. We did that on the 19th of October here. As you can see, we drifted lower. Then we found support near the 1.6162 territory. And then yeah, we reversed back to the upside. However, this lowest point of February did provide resistance, and yep, we saw a reversal back down. So now again, similar story as with GBP NZD. We're waiting to see what's going to happen with this hurdle. So far, I'm leaning a little bit more towards the downside, but I need that break first. And finally, Euro USD. So this one tried climbing higher yesterday, but got a hold up near this 1.1670 territory right here, roughly around here. Or so actually, let me just. Yep, is this? Yeah, 1.1670, roughly around there. It got a hold up and yep, drifted back down and fell back below the 21-day EMA, and now it's below all of its EMAs once again. So this kind of doesn't really paint a very positive picture. However, if you're looking for some downside, I would say at this point, given that how everything's shaping up here, I would rather go slowly, step by step on this one. And if we drop below the low of the 18th of October here near the 1.1572 territory, then yes, we'll aim for the downside again. We'll go lower. We'll start aiming for this territory in between the 1.1525 and 1.1529 levels. And then so on, because again, if this gets violated, then this will confirm a forthcoming lower low, and further declines could be possible. But again, at the moment, let's look at it from the very short-term perspective. It's currently, I would say, even oscillating around that 21-day EMA. So kind of, let's say, be very careful with that. For the upside, now what I would like to see is, first of all, of course, a break of this 1.1670 territory, and then also a break above this downside line taken from the high of the 1st of June, and then yes, we could take it from there, guys. Then yeah, it could lead to a change in the short term, in the medium term trend here, and then yeah, maybe more buyers could join in. But again, that's still kind of a bit far away. For now, probably the suggestion is to take a bit of a maybe neutral approach, I would say even, and just continue observing the price action, and then wait for that opportunity to step in, and yeah, then we could take it from there. At least this way you could at least increase your chances, because to be honest, it's always about the chance. So Right, guys. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I really appreciate your time, guys, your views, your likes. I really do. So I hope, like I said, this video was useful. So if you want to catch me tomorrow morning, as always, my Traders Espresso. That's 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, have a wonderful, wonderful trading day. Stay safe. Have your stop losses in place, and everything will be fine. Thank you very much, and bye bye.